Now that Raila Amolo Odinga has shifted to government, actually officially made it that he's going to work with President William Ruto. He took the entire ODM party and the leadership to go and support President William Ruto. Now they're in government, probably working together to change this country according to them. After Raila Amolo Odinga has left, who was the chief opposition leader of this country, who takes over the opposition? I'm going to tell you here, without hiding it, that it is RIGGY G, Gachagua Rigathi, the former deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Some of you might say it's Kalonzo Musyoka, but according to me, I want to justify my point right here on this video. But before I do so, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Let me dive into the topic today. What are these reasons? Number one is the fact that the political organization that RIGGY G is portraying. First of all, it started from his decision making. RIGGY G knew very well that if I don't resign, there's some political favor I will get. And indeed, he got it. After that, he went to Mount Kenya. He started to organize himself politically. You have seen him creating friends. You have seen him having meetings at Waminyoro. And in this meeting, he's bringing the former parliamentarians, former MCAs from across the country. He's hosting people from the Maasai land. He's hosting people from Kisii region. He's hosting people from, actually, to an extent, even Kuria region. He's bringing people from across the country. That shows very well RIGGY G is organizing himself politically. He has made Waminyoro to be the talk of the town. Everywhere they go, I heard Kivuta Kibwana talking about Waminyoro, Kalonzo Musyoka talking about Waminyoro. Everyone is talking about Waminyoro simply because of the political organization that RIGGY G has portrayed in the present past. So therefore, the organization that he has put on board, it's able to make him a formidable political opposition leader in the country. Why not Kalonzo? Kalonzo, what organization has he shown? He's been the same person ever since up to now. Today he says this, tomorrow he says that. Today he says, that taking Kenyans around the circle every now and then, they don't take him serious. If you see, Kalonzo Musyoka comes only on social media to speak about issues that have just occurred, the trending issues. Yet RIGGY G comes on the social media and simply tells the government that stop abducting Kenyans. If you don't stop, I'm going to mention the people who are doing so, the building they are in, the floor, and even I'm going to say the places where these people are being hidden. When you hear such a leader with such kind of boldness to speak against the government, you can see him as a potential opposition leader in this country. And I tell myself that if there's another person after Raila Amolo Odinga, it is RIGGY G. The only thing we are not so sure is whether he can be able to conduct demonstrations in the country. But the fact remains that RIGGY G has showed a lot of organization, which makes him a formidable opposition leader in this country. Another thing we have to admit here that RIGGY G is so much informed. Being that he's the immediate deputy president of this country, he has so much information about the government. And he understands how the government operates. He understands the weaknesses where they are and every bad thing that used to happen. So whenever he stands to speak, he pulls the attention. People want to hear him what he wants to say. And that means very well, RIGGY G has the information that can be able to be used to bring down President William Ruto. If you remember, Raila Amolo Odinga from 2013 to 2017, he was a very serious opposition leader. Raila Amolo Odinga used to hold press conferences to simply expose corruption activities within the government. He's the one who made the country to know about Anne Waiguru being corrupt. He's the one who made actually the country to know about many other leaders across the country who are corrupt because he was able to expose what the government was doing. He was the person who made the Kenyans to know about the Eurobond. The first time it was mentioned, actually Uhuru Kenyatta did not mention the money has come called the Eurobond. It is Raila Amolo Odinga basically mentioned it first. And that's how Kenyans got to know money has been borrowed and it has not landed in Kenya, and right now Kenyans are paying it back. Basically as simple as that. So therefore, as we speak today, RIGGY G has the information which can be able to match that one of Raila, because recently he was talking about SHA, and he said he knows the people who have SHA, the money where the bank where the money is being kept, and he knows every detail of this kind of an operation of SHA. This kind of information is what Kenyans want to hear. And at the moment he mentions it and eventually the government reacts and or aligns to RIGGY G's call, that means very well RIGGY G is going to be recognized more than Kalonzo Musyoka or any other opposition leader that is coming on board, unless Maraga comes on board, because Maraga is very serious. So therefore, as we speak today, the information that RIGGY G has puts him in a position that is that can make him a formidable opposition leader. Another thing we have to say here is that he's very brave. RIGGY G is very brave. He fought the battle both the Senate and the National Assembly. He did not win. He took it to the Supreme Court. The courts. We are hoping that he's also going to fight further until the Supreme Court. But the fact remains that RIGGY G has faced William Ruto head on. William Ruto does this, he comes and destroys him. He says this, he comes and cancels it. That's what he does. Until nowadays, William Ruto is even afraid of speaking some things in public, like mentioning roads all over. Like now, every time he mentions a road, people feel like he's a joker, he's joking, he's just saying the normal. Because of RIGGY G's word against William Ruto's. Against William Ruto's. So therefore, that makes RIGGY G to be one of the strongest politicians that we can have in the country who can be opposition leaders. Hence, the current opposition leader. Another thing we have to say here is that RIGGY G understands William Ruto very well. He knows the strength and weakness of William Ruto. Actually knows the weakness of William Ruto. It is when he says things, especially lies, until it becomes the truth. And he plays with people's psychology. So the moment William Ruto tries to play with people's psychology, RIGGY G comes on board and destroys everything. Actually takes over the entire conversation of William Ruto. Because we know what he said about roads that are not there. Then RIGGY G comes and says, this is wrong. This is a lie. So as a result, you realize that the country is aligning to RIGGY G's side because he's able to take William Ruto head on. Another thing is the fact that RIGGY G has numbers. We cannot compare the Kamba region and the Mount Kenya region unless they become one thing. RIGGY G is saying to be bringing 8 million votes come 2027, which is most likely going to happen. Because right now the spirit in Mount Kenya is very serious. So therefore, RIGGY G, as we speak today, because of the numbers he commands, is able to become a formidable opposition leader. Because imagine, he tells the people of Kenya, let's boycott this or let's stop doing this and that. Because let me tell you, people will listen to him. And if he says, for instance, today, let's boycott Safaricom, and people decide to boycott a certain significant amount of people, that means very well he has brought a serious effect. And it's going to happen. RIGGY G told recently the president, do not step in Meru if Martha Koome is impeached. And you know that was going to happen if Martha Koome could have been impeached. Because RIGGY G is one of the most serious orators we have in this country. So therefore, as we speak today, RIGGY G's numbers dictates a lot. He dictates a lot. Whenever he goes, whatever he says, people are listening because of the numbers that he has. So therefore, those numbers put him in a position to be the best opposition leader as we speak currently in the country. In the country. Another thing I want to say here is the attention. You know, RIGGY G is getting attention from leaders. Leaders are sitting down discussing RIGGY G's agendas. Like now, there's a video I just did you can go and watch, where I was talking of a leader from Northeastern region in the presence of Raila Amolo Odinga's consultative meetings. He's talking about RIGGY G. Someone who is not in the consultations, someone who is not an issue in the consultation, is talking about RIGGY G. That is a clear indication that RIGGY G is a problem to most of these leaders in the country. They are now talking about him right, left, and center. He's going to announce a party soon. Everyone is waiting for that party. Everyone is waiting to see what is going to happen. Everyone is waiting to see people going to resign, others going to come back to the ballot for to seek a fresh mandate. So if you see such kind of moves from a leader, attention will get, and eventually realize that RIGGY G is becoming the real opposition leader of this country. I don't know what is your take, but please let me see in the comment section, you guys, what you think, whether it's going to be RIGGY G or Kalonzo Musyoka to take over the position of this country.